Summer is here, and for the working parent, that means increased screen time at home for their student. Whether gaming, streaming, or scrolling, it is inevitable that there will be more screen time. And with increased screen time comes increased dangers and possibilities of using the technology inappropriately. So, for this edition of Parenting in Bliss with the Dallas Weekly, we are going to be talking to cybersecurity expert Fareedah Shahid, and she's going to tell parents everything they need to know to keep their students safe while at home this summer and enjoying tech. How are you doing today?
I'm doing amazing. How are you?
I am excited to have this conversation, both as a parent and as an educator.
I love this conversation. I have it 24/7. It's my favorite conversation.
The best one to have. So you also go by Cyber Fareedah.
Yes.
And this is something that you do, that you love. It brings you joy, just being able to provide this information to parents. So before we get started, just tell the people a little bit about who you are.
So my official title is award-winning Forbes 30 under 30 Internet Safety Expert. My
Period.
background is in cybersecurity awareness and threat intelligence, but also most personally, I grew up in the digital age. So I grew up gaming, I grew up on social media, I grew up in forums, I experienced predatory behavior, inappropriate content, excessive use of screen time, and cyberbullying. So everything that I talk about with parents is something that I've went through myself.
Absolutely. So from a cybersecurity perspective, now that we're in summer and the kids are at home, sometimes managed, sometimes unmanaged, no judgment.
Right, no
okay?
judgment. See,
No
this is
judgment.
life.
This is life, right. We are having to balance more and struggle more.
Yes.
But what are some things that parents need to be on the lookout as their students are online and using more screen time?
I always say first go with your gut feeling. You know if they're spending too much time or if it's beneficial to them or if it's not. And so I say worry less about how much time they're spending on the screens and more what they are actually watching. And that was what I would focus on. And in terms of what they're watching on the screens, per your question, have conversations with them and ask them. And sometimes they might not be truthful, sometimes they might be truthful, right? But at least you're beginning the conversation, and you can begin in a way that feels best for you. You can say, here's what I'm seeing online. Here's a video that I love. What's a video that you've seen recently that you want to share that you love? And make it more like sharing is a normal part of the family environment. So not only are you seeing what content they're seeing online, but also you're able to start having discussions around it.
That's good. That's good. Another thing that I notice is, watching the students' behavior after they spend time online. Because for my son, sometimes I would see an increase in negative behaviors, and I'd be like, okay, we gotta log out, disconnect. Something is going on. So that was good feedback. Thank you so much for sharing. So, with your expertise as an award-winning cybersecurity expert, hands down, period, giving you your applause there.
Thank you.
Are there specific apps, websites, or platforms that you'd strongly recommend parents just completely monitor or either stay away from altogether?
Anytime there's a ability for them to communicate with somebody else online. So
That's everything.
Yeah, basically. So
That's everything. Instagram,
everything, all of it.
Robux,
All of it.
no, Roblox. Roblox is legit. Roblox.
All of it.
So I heard, I was doing just my own little research, and there's a video that asks people in tech, what is the top app that they would have their child stay away from, and they said it's Snapchat.
Yeah.
And I think it's because of the location tracking and how easy it is to share your location.
Yeah. And sharing messages and it disappearing. But honestly, I think my perspective is a little bit different. I wouldn't say Snapchat.
Okay.
I would just say anyone that has the messaging feature.
Anyone that
because
has
I think Snapchat gets the most media time because of it, but Instagram has disappearing messages too.
Very true.
So, and I understand that a lot of behavior goes on a Snapchat that may not go on an Instagram, but that's the same for other apps that like Discord. Most parents have not heard of Discord, and that happens on Discord all the time. And so I am a big believer of what's happening with your child versus the platform. If they want to do what they want to do, they're going to do it on Snapchat, they're going to do it on Discord, they're going to do it on Instagram, they're going to do it on Messenger, they're going to do it on messages. And they can do it by, mail, whatever. If there's a will, there's a way. So I am less on focusing on the platform and more focusing on your relationship with yourself, your relationship with your child, and that is it. You can't control what they're going to do. You can't control platforms. You can try your as best as possible, but most likely you're overworked. You're stressed. You have a lot on your plate.
Yeah.
And so the last thing you need is for me to tell you that everything you're doing is wrong, because number one, it's not. And you're listening to this, parents that are listening to this video, you're currently doing things to protect your kids online that you don't even know of. The things that you're doing to give your child love and joy and a healthy life is protecting them online.
Yeah.
Talking to them about their day. I'm asking them questions, being there for them even when we don't feel like talking to them,
Yeah.
reading a book with them. Those are things that actually protect them online. Going to therapy, right? Self-care, having a moment of breathing. If you just discovered that there's a certain method of, therapy that works best for you, you're reading a self-help book, you're taking a time for yourself, you're taking extra 5 minutes in the shower, that all protects your kids online. I know it sounds crazy, but it does.
Because it creates a safe home.
Correct.
And so they're not seeking that attention or the validation from anyone else.
Correct.
That's good. So my next question for you was going to be about what are some small steps that parents can do to help protect their kids online. And you did kind of speak to that. So let me dig a little deeper. I am a parent who my child's stuff is locked up. He got to ask for permission to get on his whatever it
Love
is.
it.
And I tell him, whoever friends you have, whoever you talking to, whatever you doing, I can see all of it.
Right.
And I even be a little bit dishonest and I tell him, keep playing with me because I'm called T-Mobile. And I'm going to tell them to send me a copy of everything you're doing. Now, I don't know if this...
You can call T-Mobile to help get something set up. That's actually a great tip.
Listen.
Where, like, no matter whatever service you're using, you actually can call them up and say, hey, I have a kid this age to this age. I need to lock this down. I don't know how to do it. And they will help you.
Absolutely.
And if they can't help you, Geek Squad can help you. I actually called Geek Squad helpline and asked them, like, will you help parents, like, set up certain things on their device? And they said yes.
Say that one more time. Who will help? Because
Geek
the parents
Squad.
need help.
Geek Squad.
Call Geek Squad,
yes.
y'all. Don't let your kids be free online this summer. Listen.
Yes.
Listen. Technology is becoming we got artificial intelligence to worry about. We have these AI chat simulator things, like, just like you said, having the conversation is going to be so important. Okay, you've given us a lot of good things to go on, because let me tell you, summer is going to be long, but we know the kids are going to get online.
Yes.
We know they're going to want to talk to his friends. And like I said, with my child, he manipulates me and says, well, they don't have phone numbers. They only have Instagram. So now he got to have an Instagram. But we have a teen account.
Right.
So now I can see all your friends and
Yeah.
see what you're doing. So I love what you're saying just about being intentional with talking to your child.
Correct.
And letting them share things with you and y'all share things with each other so you can see what they are engaging in. So that's good. So my next question is for parents who aren't tech savvy, right? What is one tool or mindset shift that they can adopt today to feel more empowered and in control of their children's online safety?
The only thing that matters to protect your kids online is your relationship with your child. That's it.
Period.
That's all that matters. And so if
So
that's...
stop letting the iPads raise your kid.
And look, if you need a break, you can have a break.
Yes.
But you're developing a relationship through that break. So if
Absolutely.
they need to go watch whatever they want to watch on YouTube, sure, okay, let them watch that. And then check in and say, oh, what did you just watch? What did you learn? If you were to create a video like this, what would you change? What did you hate? What did you love? Like,
Oh, I love
just
that.
engage with them and let them their wheels start turning. Even if they look at you like you're crazy, you can be like, well, this is what I would change. Actually, I only saw 5 seconds of that, and I really don't like that person's outfit. Actually, I'm a fashionista, and I would change that to blue. And, so you're just engaging, letting them see that you don't have to engage with content passively.
And being negative, no, don't do this, turn this off, you only get 20 minutes,
Right.
I'm giving you the freedom and free will
Yes.
to enjoy what you enjoy.
Yes.
And I'm also, parents, building relationships.
Correct.
I love that.
And that actually helps, and studies show that helps with screen time in terms of the negative effects of it. If you're engaging with their screen time, it curbs the negative effects.
Oh, I love that. Come on with the conversation. I love it. So what's one empowering message you'd like to leave with parents as we head into this summer?
You have everything within you to protect your kids online. And the more confidence you grow within yourself, and the more you're giving yourself love and appreciation and grace, the more you can extend it to your kids, the more your kids see that from you, the less likely they're afraid to fail in front of you and make mistakes, the more likely they'll be listening to your internet safety advice because they see you treating yourself well. And so remember that everything that you're doing or trying to do, even if you're struggling to do that, they're seeing you struggle. Yeah. And that's okay for them to struggle because they see you struggle, and be open and honest. But this season of my life, I have no balance right now because I have this on my plate and this on my plate, and I'm so sorry if I'm not spending time with you. I really love you. Is there a way we can figure out how we can spend 5 minutes a day, 5 minutes a week even, right, together to connect and get that conversation going? You have everything that you need to protect your kids online. You don't need to know more than your kids. You don't need to know every app that your kids are on. You don't need to know the newest slang. You just need to know yourself and your child, and that is it. And that is what you're already doing. So keep doing more of that.
I know that's right. Come on with a good word for the parents. Because listen, parents, I know we are out there and we are overwhelmed more than usual. But you heard it here first. Protecting your kids online starts with simple conversation. So this summer, don't try to figure everything out. Don't try to understand the new slang or the new apps or everything else. Talk to your kids and make sure that they understand that we are still building community even digitally. Right. Thank you so much, Fareedah, for being with us today. And tell the people where they can find you, please.
Absolutely. I am Fareedah everywhere, and you can go to cyberfareedah.com for more.
Fantastic. And I'm Bliss with the Dallas Weekly for another Parenting and Bliss feature. We will see you guys next time.